Hi everyone, so today this video I will show you how to build a API using Header Mediator. Let's start how to build that one. So let me quickly go through Integration Studio and create one new REST API XML file, new REST API, and here create a new artifact. Click next here, Header API, okay, and context I am adding here, header. So let me modify this version type to context here. So version number, let me add here initial version 1.0.0 and finish this one. So meanwhile let me explain you what is the requirement analysis I want to do it here. So we will take 3 header mediator, one for authorization value we will give it here, that field name. Second field name we will use for X custom header. Third one we need to use for content type. So as we already those who are building REST API, they already aware this authorization field we are using for passing the access token through the particular API, so we can able to access our backend. So content type if it is XML request or if it is JSON request, to that purpose we need to use. So this custom header is one more field you want to pass any new unique customer value in this particular header, and you can pass that one. So without wasting any time, let's start how to build a API using Header Mediator. So go through Integration Studio. So here let me drag and drop this header mediator here. So this header mediator we will use for authorization field. So another 2 header mediator also we need to use for accessing our API. So let me add here one more header. This is for custom header. Third one we need to use for content type, okay. So this header so either if you go through one header and go through show property view, right. So here header name is there, header action is there, scope field is there. This is for property, okay. So this header value, so there is one option, header type is there, header value literal is there, okay. This value type and value literal. So what I need to do, if I click this header name, right, so in here we need to add that particular header name, what header name you want to call here. So let me go through our notepad, copy this field name. So Integration Studio, let me add that value, okay, and enter. So now this header value name is authorization now. So this value either you can add any hard coded value or you can fetch any dynamic value from any property mediator and you can add it here. So I want to do that way. Let me save this one, not adding anything, okay. Here close this one. So this property mediator, let me drag and drop here. So right click this one and go through show property view. Here I'm giving one value I'm adding here auth val, okay. So in auth val I'm adding one value here, one authorization. This value will call it in that particular header. So I'm adding basic and I'm adding a random value for access token purpose. Let me save this one. So now let me copy this property name, close this one. So this header, right click this one, go through show property view. So here let me modify this one to expression, okay, because we need to fetch the value from property mediator, right. If you click this one, so this new window, right, we modify this one to expression. I'm adding here get hyphen property. So within this property I'm adding here auth val, okay. We minimize this one. I click OK here and save this file. So this value auth value we will fetch it from property mediator, okay. Now let me go through header value, right click this one, go through show property view. Here let me click here, again let me modify, no need to modify anything, okay, keep as it is. So here we need to add one more mediator here, means header mediator. Copy this value. So these 3 value I will add in description box, you can try also. Now let me replace with new header, click OK. So this value I am giving your WSO2 reference and save this one. This one we will pass one value WSO2 response reference in this field, okay. So now this header, right click this one, go through show property view, click this one. So this particular header, let me go through notepad, copy this value, content hyphen type, okay. So here let me click OK and adding one either you can pass any literal value or any expression, you can try using property, okay. So it's nothing need to more so I'm adding here application/JSON, okay. Save this one So now we need to print this value as a response, right? So I'm adding here one log mediator. So this log mediator, I right click this one. Okay, so one more thing also we need to do, right? Let me right click and go through show property view. So here the scope field, we need to make it as a transport, okay, because we need to pass that particular value as a log mediator, right? And if you go through source view and design view also, it will not work. So every scope we need to use this transport. So same I need to do for custom mediator. So modify this scope field to transport and save this one. Third one also, right click this one, go through show property view and modify this scope value to transport and save this one. Okay, now this three mediator we will use for a different name, means a different the scope field we need to use transport only. So this log mediator, right click this one, go through show property view. So modify this label to custom. So this property, add this one, click this plus icon, right? So here let me go through add one property name. So I'm adding here print authorization. So this property value type, let me modify this one to expression and click this one. This XML let me modify to expression. So this expression I want to call what? I want to print the value, right? That header value, get hyphen property. So within this property I need to call what? I need to call transport, and the particular scope field we need to pass it here. In this transport we need to fetch what? We need to fetch the value of this authorization, right? Let me copy this value and go through here and add here and click OK. So this one will print the authorization value in a custom log mediator. Finish this one. Now add again one more mediator. So I'm adding here print custom made. You can give any name, that doesn't matter. Modify this one to expression. Click here modify this one to expression. Okay, I'm adding here get hyphen property. So within this get hyphen property I'm adding here transport comma. So within this get property I need to do what? So this transport, let me go through notepad, copy this value, go through integration studio. So I'm adding here, so this value will fetch it from that another property. So click OK and finish this one. So click again this one. Now this property name I'm adding here what? Print that particular field name. I'm adding what? Print content type. Okay, and modify this value to expression, and this expression we need to call that particular mediator. Let me modify this one to expression, get hyphen property. So within this one let me add here transport here. Here we need to call what? We need to call that particular property name we want to add what? So let me copy this content type, go through integration studio, add it here. Now finish this one. So this is one log mediator we need to customize. So for verification that particular property name is correct or not, let me go through source view. So in source view just verify so this is my property name authorization. So make sure this name also matching with that one header. Second header name is if you see here, right, x hyphen custom header. So this name must be matched with this one. Third one is content hyphen type. So this is also content hyphen type. So our header name is correct and it is matching with your log property expression also. Now let me go through design view again. So now we need to respond the response, right? So let me drag and drop here respond. So now our code is ready. Let's create one car file to verify our code is working or not. Right click this one, go through export application. So here I'm giving here header mediator API. Okay, click next. So expand this demo config, and we need to select this header API. Okay, so this is my API. Just make sure one API selected with this car file only, and finish this one. It is showing what carbon archive file successfully created in the given destination. So let's deploy this car file to verify our code is working or not. So go through EI carbon portal. Let me refresh this one. So let me click add here. Choose that particular file which you want to test to verify our header mediator is working or not. Let me click open and upload that file. So it is showing what your application has been uploaded successfully, and we can see the status of the new application, this carbon application list. So let me refresh this one. Now it is showing 24, right? So let me refresh. It is showing now 25 running. So if I scroll down, this is like the header mediator API. Let me quickly go through APIs. So here we will get the direct like API invocation URL to verify our code is working or not. So let me scroll down, go through, click next. So header, right? So this is like our API, header API version 1.0, and this is the URL like we need to use for our testing activity. Let me copy this one and go through Postman, add it here. If I send request, right, it is showing what 200. Okay, let me go through EI log. So if you see this one, right, now the timing also matching with our timing. If I copy this one and go through notepad, so this is our like print authorization value. This is one field, like one field means our custom log field. One more is there, print customized mediation. This is WSO2 reference, and the third one is print content type, that is application JSON. So I hope like you guys are understand like how you will use header mediator in your code. Like this is like one sample. Actual scenario, header access token will use for REST API. This is like how you will use header mediator in your like in your source code, and you can call that one. So thank you so much like those who are like watching my video. Those who are like newly like watching my video, kindly go through my channel. So beyond doubt, regularly I am uploading like all WSO2 kind of videos, and it will like helpful for you to understand how you will build your own API using this product. Thank you so much like those who are watching video, kindly like, share and subscribe my channel, so it will motivate me to make more videos. Thank you so much.